there's some ancient history that we need to cover. There is some ancient, for real, some ancient history that we need to cover, and it's all scriptural based. Like, it's all holy scriptural based. Like, it's holy from the Holy Scriptures, referenced from by the Holy Scriptures. You look in the book of Joshua, that is referenced from the Holy Bible, all right? That is in the Holy Scriptures, referenced from the Holy Bible in the second book of Samuel, in the first chapter, all right? Okay. In the 17th, 18th verse, you see the book of Joshua being referenced, all right? Telling them to bathe, to teach the children the use of the bow. For it is written in the book of Joshua. Behold, it is written in the book of Joshua. So you need to look in the book of Joshua that is referenced from the Hebrew text. All right. All right. Let's go ahead and get it. Let's go ahead and get it. All right. And we have to understand that these things are, detailed information, and it gives you detailed information concerning the word of truth and how to rightly divide it, because it'll give you stories, it'll give you parts of stories, full parts of the stories that, that were unknown, or it'll give you the parts that were unknown, even the parts of, let's say, what's his name? Cain and Abel. It gives you the conversation on what they were saying, what they were arguing about, and what led up to Cain killing Abel. And what Abel said to Cain that even, ticked him off. I'm just letting you know that it was an argument that, it is a known conversation that was had. That conversation that was had that day can be known in the book of Joshua. All right. And also in the book of, in one of the book of Enoch's. All right. So, I'm just letting you know there's things out here that we should know. And then how I know these things now, the book of Joshua has the conversation, the same conversation is had in the book of Joshua, as well as it is had also in one of the book of Enoch. Okay? So I have to let you know that right there, so that way you can see that these things are connected in so many ways. All right? To where truth will connect itself. It don't need help to connect it, but you need to know what rightly dividing it is, and you need to know what is connected to itself, being truth. What other truths are connected? Being, these truths are so much truths that we cannot find the necessary means of room to contain them. And this is the truth. And that was spoken, in another way by Paul, I believe, in the book of Revelation. Because it was many other things that Jesus did that if it was even written, all the books wouldn't even be able to contain them. So it's like, the things are, so it's evident that these things are true, being that it is in the word of truth, being that one of one of the apostles of Christ, one of the disciples of Christ, wrote that. So we have to really come to the understanding of some things that are unknown can be known, and then that things are referenced that we don't know that are referenced because we don't, hear about these things, So we won't know about it because we don't hear about it. But until we hear about it, but how can we hear about things? Or, better yet, why go and research something that you don't even know about? It don't make no sense. So, in another way, you have a title that is given in Ethiopia, all right, on the other side in the United Kingdom, okay? And the title is called, and I'm going very far ahead, but the title is called Haile Selassie, all right? Depicted as, watch this, okay, a king, all right, that's given that title, and then the office, all right, is given the title of the name, the conquering lion of the tribe of Judah, all right? Then it's also given another title in that realm or in that area, or being that king, that type of a different type of king, which that is, watch this, being the conquering lion of the tribe of Judah. You are also depicted as the King of Kings and Lord of Lords in Ethiopia. Okay? See, people don't want to clarify the truth, so I'm here to tell you the truth, and to look this up, what I just told y'all, because if you look this up, what I just told y'all, you're going to see a lot of evidence. And I say a lot of evidence, I mean it's concerning you that are people of color, and not just people of color, but, people of, everywhere, but the children of Israel, hey, look, you are people of color. You are, look, Israel and Judah. Israel and Judah are the chosen people of God. Okay? And he unites them as one. So they are his chosen people. And look, Israel is of a light, dark-skinned complexion, and Judah is of a dark-skinned complexion. You have to understand that these things go hand in hand with, the book of Revelation, because it also says that a certain gospel will be preached throughout all the world, which is this gospel that I'm telling you of right now. And then shall the end come. And the other gospel that Paul was warning us about was the gospel of Solomon. And then you see how Solomon linked it up with, or tried to make it, compatible with the thing or the sayings of Christ, which are not, I'm just going to be honest with you, these things that they did, all right, in a negative realm, in the dark realm,